Welcome. This is Fashion, Arts and Media. I'm Lydia Cutler, and today with me is a guest who is very important in the fashion industry in that he's a lecturer. He's also an international fashion designer. So welcome, please, and tell us your name.
Thank you very much, Lydia. First of all, it's really pleasure to be here. My name is Mohammed Fawad Noori. I'm an international fashion professional, fashion designer, fashion choreographer, stylist, and fashion educator.
Wow, that's great. Where are you located?
Currently, I was born in Saudi Arabia, but now currently I'm located in Lahore, Pakistan. I travel a lot globally.
Right. So did you start your fashion design in Lahore or in Saudi Arabia?
No, it's in Lahore because when actually my father was a nautical engineer working for Saudi Arabian airline, and
Right.
after my initial schooling, we are back to the Pakistan and settled in Lahore. So there is a school opened as a fashion design school, La Sham School of Paris, in care of Pakistan Institute of Fashion Design. So in year 2000, I joined fashion school and start my journey and learning how fashion design, what is the inside, how fashion design work. So that was the starting point of my journey.
Right. You are very popular in the fashion industry. Can you please tell the viewers how you got yourself into this popularity, especially because I know that you've been around Europe showcasing?
Yeah, actually, when I've done my graduation in 2004, that was the sparkling time that I've decided to do something different in my field, because every designer have their some kind of a goals, and they want to be successful fashion designer. They want to be start their own label, and but my point of view is really different. I actually want to do something that will support our environment as well. That's why I'm a sustainable fashion designer, because sustainability is not only the trend nowadays, it's basically the solution for future. So when I've graduated in 2004, my initial job was in industry and academia parallelly. I was working with Nishad Apparels as a product development manager and also a fashion lecturer in university. So I've chosen that I have to learn a lot. I want to explore more. So industry has their own path and academics have their own path. So I want to take flavor of both initially. That was the starting point.
Right. So you said you're a fashion lecturer. We'll come back to that later. I just want to know, where have you showcased your collection?
So in year 2004, when I graduated, I've starting working with the industry and academia. So in 2007, I've been selected as a design consultant of Society of Dyers and Colorists. So Society of Dyers and Colorists was based in Bradford, UK, and I work for STC Pakistan. So at that time, I'm working with them from about 2 years, and they nominate me for the bronze medal award. So I'm the youngest person in the history of SDC that I took bronze medal award by SDC UK. So that was the first journey when I've started to travel abroad from my homeland. And then in 2015 and consecutively in year 2017 as well, I've been working with the Global Academic Research Institute, which was based in Colombo, Sri Lanka, but now they have changed their brand. So I work with them as a creative director, and I'm the keynote speaker of the conference. So it was an international conference on apparel, textile, and fashion design. So then in year 2016, I was just searching on a website and I found that there is an international event coming soon in April 2016. That was Global Sustainable Fashion Week. And that was the time when I've changed my mindset that sustainability of fashion is very important nowadays. And I decided to explore more about what is fashion sustainability, how are the factors, what are the parameters, how we can understand about the sustainability. So I wrote an email to our dear President, Dr. Gabriela. So I want to know what kind of event you are launching, and this that was the first event of Global Sustainable Fashion Week in 2016.
Right.
So till that, continuously I'm working with them. I'm the creative director of creative design head of Global Sustainable Fashion Week, and now we are preparing for our sixth Global Sustainable Fashion Week. So in meanwhile,
Amazing.
I've decided to continue my career path as a lecturer. So I've been appointed as a assistant professor in Gift University, Gujranwala. This is a small city of Pakistan, but it's near to our big city, Lahore. But the university platform is very good, and there is a very good challenging task that the fashion design department at that moment was a very new department. So I've decided to take a challenge, and I've joined as a assistant professor, initially lecturer, and now I'm an assistant professor. So I've decided to share my knowledge, my expertise with young students, young designers. So I'm starting teaching fashion design, different subjects like pattern making, draping, technical fashion making. So I've been promoted as a thesis supervisor as well. So my students come up with new ideas. So I supervise them, and I advise them to how you can launch your own line, how you can
Right.
set up your fashion houses. So in thesis project, I've presented many theses of my students to international platforms. Runway Dubai is one of the biggest platform. Uh, so I presented fashion collection there. There's a lots of links I'll share with you. You can write up about them. That if anybody want to watch the videos, they are also available on YouTube. My students are presenting their thesis collection, and we really got a very high appreciation. And that is also a good thing that when as a supervisor, your students are performing like that, and it's really a
Right.
great thing for me as well. So then in year 2018, I've been invited from Istanbul. That was a event, Lamoon Fashion Week, Istanbul in Turkey. So I
Mhm.
presented a fashion house there, that is a Nana Fashion House. I'm working with them as a consultant and a stylist. So I presented first fashion collection there. So that was a very remarkable moment for me that I'm presenting a Pakistan, my country, on an international platform. This is another uh, showcased journey about my fashion collection. And
Mhm.
during traveling Europe, especially in Budapest, because Budapest is the uh, area in where Global Sustainable Fashion Week started by National Fashion League Hungary. So I met a lot of
Right.
international experts. I met a lot of fashion designers. At that moment, many of international speakers invited me for guest lectures. So I visited Korea, I visited Taiwan. One of the university is Fujian Catholic National University based in Taipei. I visited there. I presented 4 lectures about sustainability, about trend and forecasting, about
Right.
social I'm also one of the artists and designer who present one artificial intelligence outfit. I've designed an outfit for International Art and Biennale, South Korea, Seoul, and that was an event sponsored by Kia Cars. They are planning to launch some new cars, and they give us an inspiration. So I took the inspiration from one of the car and designed an outfit that would be on based on artificial intelligence. And there
Right.
is a small chip which has been uh, pasted inside the outfit, and it's a sustainable outfit, and you can locate a person who is wearing that outfit. because that's
Right.
the security of a woman. And that idea was really appreciated in global platform, also in Europe as well. So journey begins, and it's traveling is one of my favorite hobby as well. From my early childhood, I was born in Saudi, then traveled to America, then London, then Bradford, then other places of the Europe like Portugal. I visited Amsterdam. I visited Italy. So I visited France. In year 2018, there is a very big association of trend and forecasting that is Intercolor. It's based in Paris. So I've been invited as an international observer and fashion expert for Intercolor Congress in Porto, Portugal. So that was another experience because trend forecasting is a very important line for fashion designers and other design field, because you know
Right.
how trend can change, how color can be predict. So this is also an interesting experience. Then I've been
Mm-hmm.
invited by International Fashion Week Amsterdam. I presented
Right.
a fashion collection there. There was a whole fashion show and also one of my lecture as well. So
Right.
Amsterdam is, it's a very beautiful place as well, and the fashion scene of the Amsterdam is really eye-catching for everybody. That the biggest
Right.
thing, one of the biggest thing I've achieved, that is I presented a fashion show in Cannes Film Festival. Because
Right.
Cannes, yeah, Cannes is one of the place in France that is the famous for the film festival. But parallelly, they have
Mm-hmm.
launched lots of fashion events. The international actor Sean Cronin and Alia Lee presented a fashion show there. So I've been invited as an international designer. I present a fashion collection. Then there is a good event in Milan, that is a sustainable event, and I've been invited from Sustainable Fashion Milano, and I met Ian Zeeler, the director of Google Boss, the marketing director. So traveling is always fascinating me. It always inspiring me because you have to get the opportunity to learn different kind of a fashion, different kind of a cultures.
Right.
And meanwhile, I've been nominated for a Fashion Style and Icon Achievement Award. I won that award. It was held in 2020, and after winning that award, that is very uh, inspiring and also exciting for me that I'm presenting my country in this
Mm-hmm.
kind of a platforms. And recently I've been appointed as a international fashion and art networks as a vice chairperson, because that is a, company based in China. And
Right.
meanwhile, I'm also improving my studies. I want to learn more. I've done a sustainable fashion course from London College of Fashion. I'm also
Right.
doing my MPhil in management sciences. This is the initial
Oh,
thing.
amazing. What a beautiful story. You are just what the fashion industry wants. I'm going to go back to where you say that you tell or you teach your students how to start their own fashion business. Can you please tell us just a bit about that? Because viewers will definitely want to know, especially those who are in the fashion colleges or those aspiring to join. What can you tell them
Uh,
if that, or even the ones who have,
Actually,
graduated? How can they start a
I
fashion
think
house?
I always give my advices to my student that
Mhm.
whenever you are planning to launch your own label or your own brand, you have to identify the gap, because when you know what market needs, then you will have to launch that kind of a product for market. So the small tip is that you have to identify the gap. Nowadays sustainability is very important. You have to launch a brand under fashion sustainability. You have to control the waste. You have to control the environment, how you deal with the environment.
Mhm.
So when, and the most important thing is your target market, to whom you are targeting. Your loyal customers. Who are the customers you are targeting? What kind of a product, what kind of a category, what kind of a season you want to launch? You have to understand how season can change, how color can change. So you have to do starting, when you have to start, you have to do some little homework. So whenever you want to launch, wherever you want to launch, for whom do you want to launch? You just fill out that gaps, and you have to come up with small business lines. You have to come up with small capsule collections that will save your finance, because when you have understand how financially you have to be present your brand, that is the most important and key point.
Right. Thank you. That's interesting. I'm sure that the viewers are going to like what you've said today. About fashion sustainability. Tell us a bit more about how you are saving the world in using all those materials which are good for the environment.
Yeah, definitely. There are two different lines. One is for the environment and one is for the humankind. When we are wearing any kind of a outfit, the fabric what you are using is very important, because it directly touches your skin. If that fabric is little harm, it will be create any kind of allergy to your skin. That is also a very big problem nowadays. So as a fashion designer, as a sustainable fashion designer, you have to understand what kind of a material you are using, what kind of a color you are using, and what kind of a technique you are using. Some of the designers are using very beautiful sustainable fabrics, but when they are using dyeing techniques or printing techniques, that in that technique the designer can use harmful material, any kind of a chemical, any kind of a color that will not suit that fabric, then it will create a problem for the human that who is wearing that outfit. So when you have to launch any kind of a fashion outfit or any kind of a fashion brand, there are a lot of things to understand. But if initially you can keep one or two things in your mind, that I always use pure fabrics, synthetic is not good for the health. Use organic material like cotton or silk, that are natural fibers. So I think start up with small steps, and then you can upgrade yourself, upgrade your brand towards sustainability and save environment and humankind.
Right. Thank you for that. If you can just tell me and the viewers about that dress that is remote controlled, that dress that you can get to know where somebody is. Please tell us a bit more, because we've never, personally, I've never heard of it until now.
Yeah, it's basically, it's not a remote control. It's dressed by application. That is a mobile application. That is application you can name as Solid Track. So like a Google Map, we have incorporate that Google Map with that application. So when a person is wearing that outfit, that can be tracked by that application, like a car tracking. I took the inspiration from that. So when there is a lots of movement, when they are traveling by car, and map can decide where you are traveling, where you have to go, how are the routes, which are the faster routes. Like this, to secure a woman, I've designed this outfit, and it can be tracked by application, and it can also very important for the security of women. I'll share some kind of a links with you. You can post it on everywhere if you want to share. There is also available on my Instagram page as well.
Definitely, would like to see. So also photos of the dress will be wonderful, because the viewers want to see. You want to see that dress. So how big is this tracker?
It's just like a small chip. It's not that big. It's like a mobile chip you can put on a device, and we can add that device in a pocket of outfit, and you can just download the application, and you can search how Track Solid can work. And when you are moving anywhere by travel, by car or by train, anything, it can be incorporated with GPRS, how car
Right.
tracking can work. This is a simple thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is quite something. So still about this dress, I just can't get enough about it. So these dresses or this dress, can it be washed or you don't have to?
Yeah, it can easily be washable because the device is can be detachable. There is a small
Right,
plastic coated. There is a small plastic coated bag inside. When you are outside and rain will come, then you can secure yourself as well. Otherwise, if you want to wash your outfit, you can just detach that chip and wash it, and again you can attach it.
right. Have you decided on the cost for the dress? Is it going to be very expensive or is it going to be affordable for everyone?
Yeah, initially it's really expensive because when you have to design a customized chip,
Uh-huh.
that will be very costly. But it can be a publicly open when we have to do the mass production about that. So we can reduce the cost. I'm working on that as well. I'll try to get different kind of contacting different kind of a vendors who are producing that chip. So we will share that kind of a thing as well when we'll have to launch in the market. And this the future plan about this, that I can add this kind of a chip in a uh, school bags of kids,
Yes.
also in a uniform to secure the kids. So this is our future planning, and we are working on that as
Well, this is great because for the kids, they definitely need this because you need to know where your child is every day.
Yes, definitely.
That's great. So is there anything else you want to add, please?
I just want to add about the journey which I've done is not end right now. It's continues, and I'm working with the international uh, celebrities, international designers. I've started my own brand. I'm working on that as well. I'm writing a lot, uh, some articles about sustainability, about fashion illustration, the trend and forecasting. So the most important message I just want to share that when you are in this field, you have to understand the value of this. You have to be passionate, you have to be focused, and you have to be good learner. Because when you are learning, then you can transfer your knowledge.
Mhm.
You can share your activities, you can share your achievements. You have to understand why you are doing this, because every career have their own passion, but when you are
It's
in
true.
fashion field, fashion itself is a very passionate career. So it's for my uh, upcoming designers, for all young ones who are watching right now this, I always advise them, be professional, be honest, and be focused. If you took these three things, you become always successful in future. And I just
Exactly.
want to share one of the another thing, that I've designed one outfit that is the pink moon, and I've been exhibited that outfit in international exhibition in China as well. So
Mhm.
whenever you are working, whenever you are designing anything, you have to keep all that factors in your mind, that to whom that dress can be wear, from your inspiration to final product, you do your paperwork. You have to focus what you are doing and why you are doing. That's the only thing I want to
Right.
share.
Right. Now I'm going to go outside what we have been discussing. Your wife is also a fashion designer. Do
Yes,
you work
definitely.
together?
Yes, we are running our own brand, and she is also a professional fashion designer. She's also a lecturer in university as well. So our future plan is that we are launch a beauty parlor, because she's also a very good makeup artist. And
Right.
to she recently done a online course from Ireland Open University. There is a 14 module course of makeup and hairstyling. it can be our future plans, but currently we are running our own brand, and we are focusing how we can promote our brand globally. So they have Instagram pages. We are developing our own website as well right now, and she is always with me. She is my right hand right now, because I transfer a lot of work to her, so she can manage it easily.
Amazing. You are making wedding dresses as well. Is that Asian wedding dresses, or is it any type of wedding dress?
Any type of couture dresses we can design, we can produce. We have our own
We lost you there.
Because I know how to design a pattern, how to, yeah. Some of my students are also working with me as an internee. So I'm focusing on any kind of a couture dresses. It can be a male, it can be a female.
Oh, wow.
Eastern wedding dresses or Western wedding dresses or suitings. And I've also introduced the jewelry line as well. We are designing a self-handmade jewelries and produce for a occasion, for a special event. And the other thing is I'm designing and producing customized shoes for when men and women both.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
am going to ask something which is completely out of what we are talking about. Now, I know Asian parents, like African parents, want their children to do what they do. For instance, your dad worked with the airlines. He must have wanted you to go into the airlines. When you didn't, what did he say?
Actually, in my childhood,
I lost you again. Viewers will just wait.
What is clear?
Yes, go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So in my childhood, I always fascinated by my father, my elder brother. But the one thing is in my mind always that I want to do something different, because the whole family background is aviation. There are lots of pilots and aeronautical engineers, but I've decided to do something different. I've been initially famous as a black sheep. So that was the time when I was struggling initially, and I was in learning in these things. But now everybody is happy. Everybody is very satisfied that I'm doing wonderful job. I'm presenting myself, my family, my culture, my country. So that is a big thing for me as well, and for my parents as well.
That's amazing, because I'm sure there will be people, there will be viewers today who are having a similar problem, because I know that Asian parents want their children to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, and all that.
Definitely,
there will be someone watching today, and you will have helped them completely.
And I'm open for any kind of advisory session, and I'm open for any kind of a consultancy. If anybody want to contact me, they can contact me directly via Instagram, via Facebook. Just Google my name. You can find lots of interesting news, videos, and contact details as well.
Can you kindly tell us your name again? We will be sharing the links, but you can tell us the name so that if someone doesn't get to go to the links, they can
my full name is
your name.
Yeah, full name is Mohammed Fawad Noori, but you can only search Fawad Noori, FADNOORI. Fawad Noori is my sign, my symbol, my tagline. So if anybody want to search on Google, you just type Fawad Noori.
That's network issues. Yes, go on.
So the full name is Mohammed Fawad Noori, and if anybody want to just search on Google, you can just type Fawad Noori, FADNOORI. That's the short name of my name as well, and also of my brand name as well.
Right. Thank you very much. Now, we go to your country. You said you live in Lahore.
Yes.
Are there fashion events in Lahore? Do you have
Yes,
fashion
yes,
shows?
definitely. Recently, yesterday was an event that is Bridal Couture Week, because in Pakistan there is a lot of big market of bridals and lot of designing and producing bridal outfits. And recently there is an event that is Bridal Couture Week, and lot of other events always coming. But from last year there was little, we are facing that all world is facing pandemic because of coronavirus. But now things are become normal, and people are starting their normal activities, especially their fashion events and fashion launches as well.
Right. So these fashion shows, are they only for men or for women? Because I know that the Muslim community is very modest. Do you
Yeah, that
have
is also,
fashion show for women?
yeah, that is a also a very major point, that Muslim community is a modest fashion, but bridal fashion is one of the different kind of fashion that everybody want to be beautiful in their special days. So I
Exactly.
think right now the event was focusing both for men and women, and the bridal couture is also a very modest kind of a collection presenting. But it depends. Now things are changing. Contemporary art and contemporary fashion is also important nowadays. So I think people are focusing on both for men outfits and for women outfits, and the event is open for all.
Right. Okay, tell us about your styling. You said you are also a fashion stylist. Can you tell us a bit about that?
The simple design philosophy about my styling is that I've always focusing about the simple but effective design, because I think when you are adding lots of elements, it can be more kind of a jumble up. The design philosophy, what I'm focusing, is always become presenting a simple outfit but very catchy, very effective for audience and the person who is wearing that outfit, because the individuality, the uniqueness is always there. And most important, the styling, how you carry your outfit, that is most important. I'm focusing on that.
Right. Amazing. That's wonderful. Well, if you have any final word that you can tell our viewers today, because I'm sure people have so many questions. This has been such an interesting interview, but viewers will be asking, especially for that dress. You've talked about so much amazing facts in the fashion industry, and also how somebody can start their own business. Please tell us anything more, because this is interesting. The viewers will
Oh,
definitely want to know more.
I always want to say that to the global audience, that do your best and keep focusing on your work by honesty, by loyalty, and always work hard. It pays you back. When you are working hard, you have to understand the value of time, the value of money. That is very
That's
important.
right.
In
That's right.
every business you are, in every career you are, the time and money is very important. So if you respect time, you always be get benefits, because time is money. So be passionate, be focused, be honest, and do your hard work always, and it pays you back.
Thank you very much.
My
It's been
pleasure.
nice talking to you. I just can't get enough. I just want you to continue talking, because this is exciting. I'm learning. I'm sure the viewers are learning. I'm sure people want to hear more.
Definitely. I'm
But
always
maybe,
available. I'm always available on social media. If anybody want to contact me directly, if any kind of a collaboration, any kind of a consultancy, any kind of advice you want from me, I'm available. It is not important that I charge you so much. I can give you free advices as well. It's not necessary. But I always think, when we are continuing effort, we are doing collaboration, we are value each other, we can support each other. That's the only thing, and that's
right.
the that's my focus always, because exploring different environment, different culture, different country is only not my hobby. It's nowadays very important for each other, because we all are humans and we have to respect each other.
Right. This is something good that you said. So you actually have classes for people to pay and learn.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Can you give me a link to your your school or your education facility for this, so that our viewers who want to join
Yeah,
fashion
definitely. I
industry
can
can?
share all kind of a social media links. I can share the websites. You can post it on anywhere, and you just contact me via Instagram as well, or or from Facebook or Twitter. LinkedIn is one of my professional profile, LinkedIn. So whenever you want to find me, just type Fawad Noori, FADNOORI. So I'm always available
Perfect.
for any kind of.
Perfect. I'm sure people are going to want to learn, because fashion design is very interesting for everyone.
Yes, definitely. It's really interesting and really important nowadays. You have to
That's true.
focus because fashion is a universal language, and you can
That's
present any kind of a message via fashion. So this is important.
right. Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure, Lydia. It's
Mohammed.
really a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm really glad to be here, and this session will be really interesting in future. And I want, if anybody want to contact, you can directly contact me. Best wishes
No
to
problem.
everybody. Best wishes to you and your channel and everybody who's watching right now. Thank you very much for your support and your love.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Hopefully next time we can have interview with you and the wife.
Yeah, sure, definitely. We'll plan for that as well.
Oh, thank you. That will be
Bye.
wonderful.
My pleasure. Bye bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye-bye,
Thank
just
you.
now.
Bye bye.
Bye.
With your clothes and your hair and your face and your shoes. Fashion.
Fashion.
Aberdeen fashion.
Fashion.